Welcome back to the Decent Humans podcast, where we talk all what? What are we talking?
I thought you had it. I was like,
Yeah, you
go
had
for
it.
it.
Just kept going. Just kept going.
Welcome back to the Decent Humans podcast, where we talk all.
We talk all. We talk all.
No, I forgot.
This is a podcast for creators in the ever-evolving world that is happening all around us. We love to just talk about all current events, things from our past experience, and how it can hopefully bring some type of experience and knowledge to you. But if anything, hopefully it entertains you.
Nice save, Evan.
That was a great save. Thank you.
The funny thing about mics,
You can't hear me.
is that you need to talk into the mic.
So we talk creators, we talk storytelling, we talk media, a little Web3. Today, what are we talking about?
We're talking about Jenny today.
There we go.
man.
I don't think
There
Jenny
we
even knew
go.
we were going to talk about Jenny.
Stress me out.
Wow.
The anxiety is
Well, it's because like
setting in.
I feel like we did like a little bit of our last episode. We talked, more like a general of all of us, how we all know each other, which is good. Set a foundation, nice foundation. It's like building a house.
I literally was going to say that. We're
Like building a house. Analogies, love analogies. We laid the foundation. Now let's put in some doors. Jenny, open one up for us. No, damn!
Wow.
That was a good one. Should we take it all the way back?
I think we take it all the way back.
Yeah.
So, everybody, this is Jenny. Welcome to the podcast.
I'm waving for all of you listening.
This is going to be
out
like
there.
an interview on you. So I'm
I'm
excited.
sweating.
Let's take it all the way from the beginning. Tell us, where are you from, first of all?
I'm from North Dakota, a small farm town outside of Fargo, North Dakota. Most people have heard of Fargo from the show Fargo. Movie Fargo.
Oh.
If you guys know that accent, my mom has that accent.
Like a real, what's a North
I'm not
Dakota?
going to do it. I've
It's
spent
like
so many years not doing
kind
it.
of Canadian.
Yeah, very
accent,
Canadian
yeah.
with the
Eh?
O's. Yeah,
I
like
know,
Or like Minnesota? No,
Yeah.
that's, really?
it's like the
that.
same. Yeah.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, don't you know?
Well, we don't
That's what they
sound nasally.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Oh, you betcha, yeah.
When I first met Jenny, she sounded like that. I'm just kidding.
No.
I don't feel like you have an accent.
I try really hard. When I get drunk, if we take another shot,
Speaking of which,
and then sometimes it like pops out. But I'm from North Dakota. I went to college at the University of North Dakota, and then I moved to San Francisco and finished at FITM. So a lot of people don't know my background is actually in fashion. And then when I moved to LA, I worked in styling for a couple of years, like wardrobe styling. So I worked with a lot of like top celebrities, which is
wait, any celebrities that you could, because I don't even think I know this. Any
Yeah.
celebrities that you can share?
I've dressed like Miranda Kerr, Chrissy Teigen. I've dressed.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
You don't know Miranda Kerr?
No, I'm saying I
didn't know
didn't
that.
know this. This is news
I've
to
literally
me.
like
It's
I've had those moments where I was dressing Katie Seagal at like before an award show at the height
Steven
of
Seagal's sister.
at the height of Sons of Anarchy. You know Charlie.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Wait,
and I was
hold on.
dressing her dress breaks, and I'm like sewing Katie Seagal into her dress, and she's like giving you the eye. That also happened to me with Rita Ora. I was dressing her for an awards ceremony, an awards show. Her dress broke. And
Wait,
I had
hold
to
on.
sew her into it. Yeah.
Katie Seagal on Sons of Anarchy, the main
Yeah.
lead woman, that's Steven Seagal's daughter.
I don't know who, like the relation. I just know she's on the show.
Oh, but wait, but she's related to Steven Seagal, or her last name is just Seagal?
Her last name's Seagal. I don't know.
But
the
we don't know
relation.
if relation. Can we do a
you
fact
just
check?
let Jenny speak?
Sorry,
I know her from
I
Sons
just-
of Anarchy, and she
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like played
No, I know what you're talking
with Charlie Hunnam.
Oh
That
yeah,
was all that mattered to me.
Charlie's
Yeah.
hot.
And then what else? I've worked with a lot of people.
Wow.
Emily Blunt did her whole that movie she was in with Tom Cruise.
Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise.
Was it Tom Cruise?
I don't know. John, you're going to have to look that up and they'll put a little excerpt.
Yeah,
There you go.
that we'll
Emily
cut that out.
Blunt
But
and
anyways, I
Tom
worked with
Cruise.
Emily Blunt, John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
So I
like
didn't.
him.
I was like, the way
Fantastic.
it works with styling is it's like tiers. You work with a lead stylist, and then you have like the stylist underneath it that do all the work but don't get the credit. So I worked as like number 2
Got
to the
it.
lead stylist.
So you,
And then
didn't
it was
get,
just
you
like-
didn't get the credit.
no.
Jenny was like, I want the credit. Like, the same for me.
Which I mean, that was like because right my first week in LA, I started styling, and my first day on the job was with like Miranda Kerr. So it was like I got right into it when I moved here, and it was awesome. But the lifestyle is not what I wanted.
But you moved here from San Francisco and got this job right away. How did you get the job?
I emailed her.
Okay.
So there's a like high turnover rate in styling, especially if you're not the lead, because it's a really grueling job. It like looks glamorous, but it's not. It's and you're on everyone else's time. So I'd work 7 days a week from like 7 a.m. to midnight, and I had no life. And I had just moved to LA. I had like no friends, so that was my life. And it was really kind of sad because that's like what I wanted to do with my life the whole time. Like I came here for, but then it just wasn't for me. So then I moved into fashion PR. I worked for Christian Louboutin in the press office.
That's cool.
That's sweet.
First,
The red bottom shoes.
Yeah,
the red bottoms.
Evan has a couple red bottoms.
I have a red bottom from sitting on this hard ass stool. I'm the only one that didn't get a backrest.
you missed out.
It's great, actually. It's actually really comfortable.
And then from there, I moved into like the agency PR life, which is where I met you at ICA. I worked there for quite a few years.
Yeah.
And we kind of were like the start of influencer marketing, especially in LA. We were like one of the first to start sending out like influencer packages to get them to wear it on social media. And like that was like the beginning of all of that.
Yeah. And then ICA just like, you decided to move on, or did you just?
I had been there for like 3 years, and then I was boxing with this guy who owned Thread Beast. We used to spar together because that was when I was training to fight. And then so we used to spar, and he's like, "Do you want a job?"
She's a fighter.
Which,
Don't
by
mess
the way,
with Jenny,
Jenny can fight. So.
All day like, all night like, let's get it like, let's get it like, let's get it like, all day like.
He can fuck you up, man. Like you don't. I remember I've said things, and Jenny like gives me that look, and I'm sorry.
I have like massive RBF, so I can't help it. Some of my coaches will make me smile at them before I throw a punch just to like offset it. But so he and I used to spar, and then he offered me a job at Thread Beast, which is then where we started working together more, and how I met you. And then was at Thread Beast for I think like a year. And then my coworker and I at Thread Beast decided to start our own company.
Was it only a year?
Damn, that was quick.
Dude, I felt like that was
like
so
way
much
longer.
longer. But apparently.
We got a lot done in a year.
Yeah.
For sure. And then, so we started our own agency, and we're still working in like that influencer content creator world. I was with them for like, I don't know, like 2 years. And that just didn't work out. So like we were talking last time about like, falling on your face and failing a little bit. It's not that the company failed. It just didn't work out with us as business partners. So I left and I joined with who I'm with now, Jeremy Fall and Aaron Amati. And we were doing more like general marketing before. And then in the last 7 months, we made the jump to the NFT world, which is where I'm at now.
And so you've basically immersed yourself in the NFT world for the past 9 months or so?
Not even. It's only been, I think, since December.
Oh, wow.
Of 2021 that I've like really even invested time in it. Before I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
So
Join the club.
yeah.
Yeah.
It takes time. And I mean, for anyone listening, an NFT is a non-fungible token. It's like a digital asset that you can that's gonna pop on the screen.
Fungible token.
It's a digital asset. It can be like anything from art to music, and it is bought, sold, traded on the blockchain with cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Chris knows a lot about this. Evan, you know about it.
I mean, I know about it. Of course, yeah, I know about it, but it's still like since it's just
it's newer to
it's
you.
newer to me.
Chris actually
as
has known about them way longer than I have.
for sure. But okay.
Go ahead. Okay, so to be clear, you're actually working as a creative, right?
Yeah, so
In the NFT space.
Yep.
Not necessarily, you're not creating NFTs. You are.
I'm working on, so I work on anything at Probably Nothing, which is our media company that focuses on like educating and bridging the gap from like the crypto degens to the masses. And then we also do like drops and all that stuff. And my job is to anything creative that comes through the company I'm on. So I will work with our artists to create the NFT art. I'll work with some of our artists who are doing our animations for like our series, work on all of our like digital like TV series or anything like video series, any video content. I also do the creative for the merch, creative for the websites, creative for the events. I mean, anything that has a creative element, I'm working on.
Because I see a reoccurring theme here where it's like you went to FITM for something creative. Styling was also creative. It just didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Thread Beast, you were also creative.
Yep.
And now you're still
Creative. It's just a different
It's just
world.
in a
yeah.
different...
She's Jenny Creative. she's just creative no matter what she does.
Yeah. But
She's
it's
just,
been challenging because it's been like a different genre of like how I use the creativity. So
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
every day I'm like, I don't know how to do this, but I'm gonna like figure it out. Yeah. So it's cool.
and then, so going back to your wardrobe styling days, because I mean, in my experience, like I work with a bunch of wardrobe stylists and I totally know the grind that goes into it. But like, was there a defining moment where you're like, I'm not going to be a part of like more of the production creative side. You're going to be more of like behind the scenes as you're creating the art. I mean, the marketing, the creative with NFTs, but was there a defining moment within your wardrobe styling career where you're like, not for me?
Yeah, I mean, there was, because I think it was just like who I started working with. I worked under a stylist who was notoriously like crazy and abusive in the industry. So it like kind of just made the experience not great for me in general. She like definitely like used and abused her employees. For anyone coming up in the industry, it's like a very difficult space to be in.
So kind of prepare yourself because that's what you're kind of signing on for the next X amount of years
Yeah.
before you're in more of a decision making.
Yeah, and I have
Position.
no issue with like paying your dues. I do think we like need to stop glorifying struggle, but like I do also think that you should do the work to like earn your spot, which I mean we've talked about even with video.
Yeah, video, photo, all of it. Well, it's like I mean, if we're just going to talk about paying your dues and everything like that, I do agree to an extent with paying your dues. And not that you just need to work for shit money doing all the most backbreaking things, but it's more of like
Learning.
You need to learn
Yeah.
all the different positions. And for me, that was like, how do you take a photo? How do you set up a light? How do you transport a C stand? How do you edit on a computer?
Yeah.
And then you're able to form all that experience into like one,
Yeah.
like, this is what I want to do. I want to direct now, but I have a great understanding of all the different roles that are going into the production.
Yeah, and all of that like that I've taken in. I've been working with talent since like day one in LA, and I've been here for 8 years now. So like I still am in charge of all of our talent relationships at Probably Nothing. So I still work with celebrities and influencers every day, and like I also work with all of like handle all our brand relationships. So I will work directly with like the LimeWires that we're working with, Warner Music. We're working with like Warner Music, CNN. So like I handle all those like partnership relationships also.
Damn,
That's
name
cool.
drops like no other. With CNN, Warner.
Sorry, drop something.
Was that
Name drop with mic drops.
That's cool.
Wait, go ahead. No, you go ahead. You look really nice today,
I don't
by the way. I just got to stop really quick. We're all wearing white. Are we all going to P.
Does this
Diddy's white
look?
party
How
after
does this look? Is it color coordinated?
Do we look snazzy?
It's
I feel like this keeps on drooping down. I'm just showing like more and more chest. And it's like more and more man cleavage. You look great. You look great. We're all wearing white. This is the thing. Well, that experience is really fascinating. I did not know like half of that stuff.
And isn't that weird? I mean, it's not like I walk around talking about. You don't talk about all that stuff.
You don't just walk around and be like, hey, bye, everybody, this is where I started.
Yeah.
This is where I'm going. But I think it's so interesting to see like you started in wardrobe styling and then you ended up in the creative side
Right,
of
like-
NFTs.
Technically, I'm in like tech.
Yeah.
like, yeah.
You went from something that was like tangible and now it's non-fungible.
Wow. Wow. That was
That was good, right? That was good.
I see the threads.
Proud of
I know.
that one.
I don't know if it makes sense, but it feels like it kind of does in a weird way. But you know what? Let's go
You're
with
really
it.
proud of that one.
So I want to hear more about like what partnerships and the avenue you guys are going down with NFTs. Like where are you guys trying to fit within this space? Because it's like a broad spectrum.
So yeah, our main thing, which we started in December, is Probably Nothing, like the media platform and like educational content. And you can find that on like our Twitter and our Instagram. And it's like explaining all the details of NFTs to try to like help onboard them. And then also like highlighting the news of NFTs. And a lot of things about the crypto and NFT space is like focused on the bad and like the scams and all that stuff. No one's like talking about the good stuff that happens. So like we try to focus and keep it positive because there are a lot of cool things happening all the time.
Yeah.
And then we also do, like I said, drops. We've dropped 2 projects ourselves. We have the Probably Nothing Genesis NFT. And then we also have our photosynthesis project that dropped a couple months ago. And then we have a lot of things coming.
Can you talk about any of them?
I can, because by the time this comes out, this one will be out. We are announcing soon that another fun thing we're doing is for photosynthesis, we have our virtual flower shop where you can like purchase or like, I guess, mint free NFT bouquets and like gift them to whoever. But we have our first collaboration bouquet dropping in the next couple of weeks with Brandy. And
That's
the
cool.
unlockable is
The Brandy?
The Brandy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the unlockable is a spoken word poem about mental health. So I'm working with like Brandy and her team on that, like that poem and stuff. So
That's amazing.
it's like kind of all over the place. Like
Yeah. It's like, it's kind of like you were saying, it's just kind of being discovered now. So people are learning as they go along how best to position their drop, their NFT, and design it however they see fit, right? It could be a frame, it can be a piece of a song, it could be a lyric, it could be whatever you want. I just think it would be really funny if you had the lyrics to a song and you got the, and you didn't get like the cool part of it, but.
time warning.
That was good. Because Evan was about to make a bad joke. So that was perfect. That was perfect.
John just cuts me off. He's just like,
He just said, Evan, stop talking. Stop talking.
You hit your quota of like 5 zingers
dude,
today, and you're
you've
done.
already peaked on the last joke. Like, just stop. Done. That's cool.
I'm fine with that.
All right, great.
That's amazing. That's really cool. It's incredible to see where you started and where you got to, and then just like any career travel path journey along the way. It's just like you can't. I'm sure you couldn't imagine have gotten to where you are today from where you started.
I'm not like a tech person. Like math is hard.
You're right. That's why reading's hard for me, which is why I make videos and photos. I get it. And looking ugly is bad for Chris, so he just looks so
I can't
handsome
read
all
words
the
in
time.
math. So there's a lot that's not going for me. So yeah, you gotta work with what you got, right?
Well, that's awesome, Jenny. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit more
I love
about
that
you.
story.
Definitely learned a lot today.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed Jenny's story. You can find her at Jenny Kleinknecht.
No.
Oh, just kidding.
We'll just put it right here. John, you got that right. Thank you.
Perfect. Follow her here. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will be back with another episode of the Decent Human Podcast. Take it easy.